fast left-hander of turn 19. Track bottoms out there and then climbs up once more. This is Manuel Gonzalez on number 18. His teammate is leading on the 81. And Aegis just recovered a little bit. Fastest rider on circuit, Michael. David Alonso. And he's just got Alonso Lopez for 5th place. The gap was 3.4. It's now 2.2 between himself and Aegis. He couldn't, could he, from 17th on the grid?
He certainly could. If anyone could, it is that man, David Alonso. Once he gets a bit between his teeth, even when we seen him take his first victory last year in Hungary, he just kept coming forward, kept coming, once he sees it's possible.
And let's not forget, he's been involved in 2 collisions in the first part of the race. One when Joe Roberts hit the side of his bike, then he was involved in the big accident that caused the red flag at turn 11. And now the Colombian is there in 5th spot. Still Aegis leads though, Vietti in 2nd, still a long way to go. Guevara is 3rd, Gonzalez 4th, and now David Alonso is there in 5th place. But the laps are ticking away. He might not have enough time to do this here. It's going to have to happen thick and fast for him as Alonso Lopez appears around his outside. Onto the straight they go with 3.5 laps remaining.
Well, they use a lot of tyre. Likewise, Manny Gonzalez to get across the front 3. Aegis, Vietti and Guevara are all lapping quick too.
And it's so easy with those SCXs, isn't it, to just push for 1 lap and it can be the end of your tyre. Alonso Lopez fancies to go on the roller coaster and he's heading out there and he's going to drop down the order. Yeah, he dropped behind Baltus now.
Looked like a bit of action perhaps. He went to the right side runoff. There is plenty of tarmac runoff there at the end of the long straight. It's a tough one for Alonso.
This is interesting here. Manuel Gonzalez forward progress has just stalled, and I wonder if it is that we've said. That when you do have these fast laps, you do put one in. Notice the pace hasn't continued for Vietti, for example, for Guevara.
Yeah, up the surface temperature, you're working harder for a lap or 2, and then it doesn't quite feel the same. Lacking a little bit of stop and turning on acceleration at the moment for Gonzalez there.
Yeah, and also Senna Aegis has recovered and recuperated, hasn't he, at the front? He's just composed himself. 3 laps to go, Aegis leads, and he's back into the 206s. And actually on that lap, Senna Aegis it was who was fastest on the racetrack. David Alonso attacking Manuel Gonzalez. Is this a battle between title contenders here? As it stands, Gonzalez is leading the World Championship.
3.5 points over Izan Guevara. Guevara, as I mentioned, had a tricky weekend. He was targeting the top 10 spoke to his crew earlier today, and look at this, he's in a podium position as things stand, although that's about to come under threat from this young Colombian contender. You can see the 3 in front as we look from the onboard shots of Manny Gonzalez.
Can we make a petition to the FIM next time it's half points? Can they not just make it 13 points or something like that? Instead of these half points, it's just look messy on the graphics. It just don't look right.
It was quite worth my OCD work out.
Forward with Manuel Gonzalez, looking at David Alonso. Just doesn't look like he's quite got anything for him. At the front, Senna Aegis' lead has been cut again by Celestino Vietti.
10th out, and he's right in a slipstream and finding a way through.
And Senna is, again, Senna on straights. Senna and remember Silverstone?
Oh, yeah, last year that was cruel watching him, but he got it done in the end. So just catching a little bit more air, a bit more drag to it, hurts an acceleration as well, and Senna knows how to manage a race.
So it's Celestino Vietti who takes over at the front, of course, on the Bosco-Scuro compared to the Calix of Senna Aegis, and then behind on another Bosco-Scuro, Izan Guevara. They've been working well here. In the final corner, Vietti retakes the lead.
Yeah, that's good from Senna, wanted to respond and regain control at the front here.
He's got the drive as well on him, up towards turn 1, but again on the straights, Senna just loses out.
Mario Aji posisi 15 dari posisi ke
Down the hill. It's 2 laps remaining in this race now through turn 2. Looked like Vietti was losing the front down there, and he did go wide, and Aegis is back past him. This is a crazy Moto2 race. This Moto wasn't good enough. Here we go again in this shortened Moto2 event.
Just off the back of this
Ke posisi
battle for the podium
22
positions. He's
Mario
going to join
Aji
here on the
sekarang.
last lap.
Waiting to pick up the pieces. On that last lap, you see he was 4 tenths quicker.
Mario
Lisa
Aji
Guevara.
ada di posisi 22.
Look at the right side of his front tyre. Yeah, that he just let go of turn 9. It's banded.
I mean, all of them now are on the absolute limit with these tyres. It can be worked very, very hard, very quickly. Especially that rear SCX. But to the front, you can see the banding on David Alonso's side. Mario Aggi has crashed out. He was down in the final front scoring position.
Keras kah?
Here comes Gonzalez now with the drive on David Alonso, but Alonso outbreaks him down towards turn 12. Does he run wide? No, that's perfect, isn't it, from Alonso?
Alonso doesn't want to give this one up. His front tyre will be, look again, and twitches and he's wide.
Oh, his right-handers, he is suffering big time. I think at the front that's happening too, with the likes of Vietti, isn't it?
Yeah, we've seen a lot of moments from Vietti. The left side not giving so much problem, the right shoulder, watch this, the front will be really not wanting to turn here for David Alonso. But true David Alonso style, he just get the load transferred to the rear.
Just use the rear wheel, exactly. Right, here we go then, as we watch Alonso. Let's not forget, Senna Aegis is still leading this race. The Aussie has responded in fine fashion. Celestino Vietti's had so many warnings as well on the front end. Are they going to be able to chase him down? 1 lap to go in the US Grand Prix. Could Senna Aegis take victory for the 3rd time?
Another 2 minutes 7.1 from Senna. What a response. Hopefully the crew give him a signal on the board that he has, well, a little bit of margin. But he's eaten up on the brakes for Vietti there into turn 1.
It's through corners like this though, where, look, Celestino Vietti just is not able to match Senna at all. You wonder if Guevara can have a go here. I think David Alonso, he's cooked. He's not going to end up winning this race unless something really dramatic happens at the front. It's between Aegis, Vietti, and let's not count out Isan Guevara. Again, Vietti, deep. Through turn 8 now, up the hill over 9.
His front tyre still looks reasonably good condition.
He's not been able to show a wheel then, has he? I wonder if he's having trouble at the back, creating the power down. Now this is Senna Aegis' problem here. A little bit wider there. Is Vietti able to get a run on him?
See from the overhead pictures. No, I think he's safe enough this time. He will do it a little bit here in the draft towards the end of the straight. Takes him to within striking distance, but Senna will keep the lead spot. He does hit the brakes as late as possible onto this new asphalt.
Oh, just 8 more corners to go for Senna Aegis, but Celestino Vietti's right on his back. Is this a part of the racetrack where Aegis has the edge? There is a chance of a lunge into turn 15 if Vietti can muscle it. Oh, but he slides. He wanted to, didn't he? Gave it a handful of throttle to try and sneak underneath Aegis there. Here we go then, into turn 16. 5 to go. Through the triple right-hander, first of all, for Senna Aegis, looking for a 3rd Grand Prix victory of the season. It's been an emotional time over the last couple of weeks for the Dynabolt team. Senna Aegis losing one of his mechanics, Roberto Luna Day, and this one will be for him as Senna Aegis comes to the final corner to take his first points of the season, and he's going to do it in the US Grand Prix with a victory. Senna